we made it. We made it through the year. And amazingly, even with the changes with COVID, we are still able to get together and tease each other and tell each other how much we care about each other. It's pretty special that we're still able to do it. So thank goodness for technology, even though it drives me up a friggin' wall sometimes.
Right.
But thank God for it. Okay, let's go on to the slide. And Joe, would you please do our invocation today?
Absolutely. Thank you. I was this morning looking at this Bible.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This Bible happens to be my mother's Bible. And I was looking at some of the Psalms, which are considered probably one of the most beautiful writings, scriptural writings, both in the Jewish tradition and in the Christian tradition. And I ran into Psalm 46, and I did a quick search, and I was pleased to see that Psalm 46 is considered one of the most inspirational Bible chapters, scriptural chapters in Scripture. So I'd like to share a portion of Psalm 46 as our invocation this morning. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes war cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. That was beautiful, Joe. You've done such a good job of carrying through each week with a different invocation, and it's just great. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. It's an honor.
All right, let's move on. All right. So let's see. Chuck Ayling, would you lead us in the pledge today? You have to unmute. You have to unmute. Uh-oh.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Chuck. Okay. was beautiful. All right, do we have any visitors today? No, do we have any?
We have one visitor.
Yes?
Susan
Oh,
Grinstein
yes.
is with me.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hey, Jan, this is,
Yeah.
I don't know about visitors exactly, but I was curious who picked that song.
Andy.
Andrew, you picked that thing? You should have told me.
That's it.
Whoever picked it, you should have told me I needed a Kleenex because it was going to make.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did pick that song. I was going to do Yankee Doodle Dandy for the
No,
4th
no,
of
no,
July.
no, but listen to this. What is the story behind the Battle Hymn of the Republic, right? Officers of the 5th U.S. Cavalry near Washington, D.C. in 1865. Julia Ward Howe was inspired to write the Battle Hymn of the Republic after a visit with Union troops in the thick of the Civil War. The real history on the point is clear. Julia Ward Howe wrote the song as a pro-Union, anti-slavery anthem. What a hell of a pick, dude.
Perfect for today.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for that history. I had no idea. Okay. All right. So no visitors, but guess what?
Sharon, I mean, other than Susan.
Well, that's right, Susan. I'm sorry. Well, you're just part of the family, so I don't really think about you as a visitor, but you are. So we will sing to you. Glad to have you here. Welcome. Please sing it loud and clear. And on the program, so you come back again. Awesome. Thank you.
That was sweet, Richard.
Yeah,
All right.
Susan was very grateful that I was muted during that.
Oh, all right, our calendar. Tomorrow, Haven House. July 7th, Escondido Education and COVID-19. July 14th is Robin Douglas, Oceanside Museum of Art. The 14th is also Andy's first board meeting. The 15th is Haven House. 18th, Adopt a Highway Cleanup. Thank you so much, Larry, for all you do with that. July 21st, Palomar and COVID-19. July 28th, Insomnia Education, Palomar Health. And August 4th, Community Housing Works. So we have a lot going on. Our calendar is filling up. All right.
And I just want to reiterate, if you haven't been reading the newsletter, you are welcome to invite your friends to come to these virtual meetings. It's actually a really easy way for them to get to know us better because they don't even have to leave their house or have a hot dog at the Center for the Arts.
Yeah. And we do try to behave ourselves on these calls. So
Some do.
yeah. Some do,
I do
some
have a
don't.
question on that. So how do we invite someone to log in remotely then?
So
Do we let you know?
the invitation that I send you, it has a link on there. You can just send it, or if you're getting the emails, the link is, you can copy and paste that link. It's
Okay.
the same link every week and it works for anybody.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was private, if you didn't want us to share it or anything like that. So,
I
okay.
would love for you to share it. We would
All right.
love to get back up to 60 people a meeting,
Yeah.
or 80, or 90.
Yeah. Or 100. Even numbers. Okay. All right. Member moments. All right. We do have one. Bob Paiva did pass away. And so we all are thinking of his family and are grateful for his service to our club. So that's really a poignant picture, given that it's got Bob and Mary in the same picture, both of whom are hopefully heading up there doing some Rotary meetings in the sky. So please be thinking of Bob's family. All right. Does anybody else have a member moment that we missed? Okay. All right, go ahead. In the wild, Andy.
All right. In the Wild was wild this week.
Woo!
Yeah, Dara,
Wow.
right?
Woo.
Who's that guy?
That's Dara's husband, and that's his curry on the right. Rich makes an amazing curry, apparently. But the joke I wanted to make, I know it's an apron, but the joke is that overall he appears to be a good cook.
Ha ha ha.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
yes. Back at being a dentist wearing his special socks with his baby on them.
So
Oh.
cute.
This is from a couple of years back. Since we are not having a demotion tonight, I just wanted to share this picture with you because I don't know, it just seems so appropriate, doesn't it?
It does.
Where's Arlene?
And our friend Paulette shared with us her philosophy that without music, life would.
Would be flat.
B flat.
Be flat.
And if you have not checked out Paulette's, what are they called? They're the Legos, the family name. What is it, Paulette?
It's the Legat family. So Legat means to play well in Danish.
You should absolutely check out her Legat family posts because they are brilliant. They are very brilliant.
That one is really cute. Okay, Christine. Christine has some Paul Harris Fellows to recognize.
I do. It's a pleasure for me today as the club's Rotary Foundation committee chair to give some awards for donations that have been made during Jan's year, these last few months of the year. The Paul Harris Fellowship is named for Paul Harris, who founded Rotary with 3 business associates in Chicago in 1905. The fellowship was established in his honor in 1957 to express appreciation for a contribution of $1,000 to the humanitarian and educational programs of the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. Those programs today include an array of projects that enhance the lives of millions of people around the world. The activities improve international understanding and create opportunities for lasting peace. The programs are funded, conducted, and managed by Rotarians around the world. Our club over the years have been strong supporters of the work of the Rotary Foundation. In fact, our club has donated just shy of $845,000 over the years. Rotarians and guests, today we have the honor of acknowledging some outstanding Rotarians and one partner of an outstanding Rotarian. Their donations, joined with others, build sustainable projects that'll bring toilets to a school, clean drinking water to a village, create jobs for women supporting families, create a biogas and irrigation system for farming, allow for facial reconstruction surgeries for young children, and brought us a little closer to the eradication of polio. Rotarians can also designate a Paul Harris Fellow to recognize another individual whose life demonstrates a shared purpose with the objectives and mission of the Rotary Foundation. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the trustees of the Rotary Foundation to present, next slide, Susan Greenstein with the lapel pin of a Paul Harris Fellow and her certificate in recognition of her first celebration. Congratulations, newest Paul Harris Fellow.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Susan.
I have the honor of presenting these Rotarians who are multiple Paul Harris Fellows with.
Oh, you're on mute.
Muted, Christine.
That's
There you
funny
go.
that it went. I hope nobody else did that on purpose.
I did not.
I have the honor of presenting these multiple Paul Harris Fellows. Dara Sherwanka, Paul Harris Fellow +1. President Jan Jones, Paul Harris Fellow +2, and Jan's is in award of a Paul Harris Fellow for her service this past year. Marilyn Lynch is receiving a Paul Harris Fellow +4, and Chuck Ailing, Paul Harris Fellow +6.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge our club's newest Paul Harris Fellow and those that have become multiple Paul Harris Fellows.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is just such an honor. Thank you to the club on my behalf. And it really is such an honor to be a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. And hopefully I can continue on with that. So, and congratulations to Dara and Marilyn and Chuck, and especially Susan for her first one. So, yes, thank you. All right, let's move on. This is, as I've said each month, it's always such a thrill to be able to name someone who either works behind the scenes or does something really special that acknowledges what they've done for the club. And this year, the person that everybody deserves to be honored, but this particular person is the only person who came to my mind. This particular person has had my back as president of the club the entire year, both through helping to support each meeting and supporting when I had to travel. And I know you see it already, but I am very happy to thank and present Rotarian of the Year to our very own Andrew Kerwin. Andy, it has just been, you are amazing. Thank you.
Yay.
I can't wait till next year when I can do it for more deserving people than me.
Oh, no.
Standing ovation.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite clear. Thank you so much for everything you've done for the club and for me in particular. And I don't think you miss any meeting, any Rotary meeting. You don't miss any of the district meetings. You don't miss any of the service projects. You're just out there all the time. I don't know where you find the time, but I'm grateful, very grateful.
It's drugs.
Well, we all need what you're taking. What's that?
Thank you.
Harry Met Sally movie. I'll have what you're having.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on.
Yes.
So today is the changing of the guard. Normally, and Paul is planning a demotion for later when we are able to come together, but we need to do the official changing of the guard today, despite the fact that we can't get together and have our fun demotion ceremony. So I first would like to say, oh, there's a great picture of me and my horsey. Oh, nice. Yes, that's my horse. I love her. Anyway, so I first want to say how much I appreciate the entire board of directors of the Rotary Club of Escondido. Also, those who are not technically listed, but who serve the board so well. So I'm just going to start down the list and let everybody know who has really made Rotary click this year. Ron Smith. Ron stepped in as executive secretary before the year, shortly after the year started, when our previous executive secretary left the area. So Ron, I know you weren't expecting to do this job again, but honestly, you did it beautifully, and so very grateful to you for what you did, stepping in and taking over. So let's give Ron a hand. The person who keeps all of the minutes of the meetings, who keeps, who always knows what the bylaws say, who keeps us on task in the meetings, make sure we have a quorum when we vote, all of those important things. That is our board secretary, Ione Rummery. Ione, thank you so very much. Great job. And our treasurer, who makes sure that we have money in the bank so we can pay our bills, Dollar Bill Smith, and he is actually helped by someone who helps with the actual financial statements, Dan Sunquist. So I kind of see them as a pair here. So Dollar Bill Smith and Dan, thank you so much. And little did I know that Bill Smith is truly at heart a comedian. And so we love his sense of humor and laughter. Our immediate past president, Paul McNamara. Paul, thank you so much for what you did during your year and for supporting us this year in your role as immediate past president. So thank you to Paul. Our president-elect, and I have already said quite a bit about how much I respect and value Andy and what he does for the club, and I am very much looking forward to your year as president. I think it's going to be a kick. Thank you. All right. Next, our vice president, Vaughn North. You have been an amazing fundraiser. You've brought in more money and we couldn't even have the event. So you just really have done a fabulous job this year. Plus, you and Myrna and your musical talents last week were so beautifully done. So we really, really appreciate you, Vaughn, and all that you do for the club. So thank you. All right. For club service, Erica, I'm so glad you're here today. Erica Schwarm. Erica, that's probably the biggest job of any of the board directors on the board. And she does it so efficiently and quietly, and you never have to worry, it's done. So Erica, thank you so very much for what you've done for your service as club service chair. Community service. I don't know if Joe is on, but another instance where Joe had hoped to turn over the reins because he has had some other large jobs come his way this year, but that did not work out, and so he stepped right back into the role and did a fabulous job of carrying on community service and making sure that our grantees were well cared for, and just really did a fabulous job. So thank you to Joe. International service, Colleen. Gosh, we had a busy year, didn't we, in supporting in grant support this year. So Colleen McKinnon, and with the able help of Johnny Watson, who turned over the reins to Colleen, who is well able to carry it forward. So great job this year, Colleen. We appreciate it so much. And then International Foundation Chair, that's Christine. Thank you again for bringing so much focus to the club on the foundation. It's very, very important that we continue to support not only our own club and our own community, but Rotary International at large, so that grants can be done and we can help our community at large, being the world. So thanks, Christine.
You're welcome.
All right, membership service, Mike Freet. Mike is always just right there helping us do whatever we need to do to bring on new members. It's been a tough go during COVID, but to Andy's point, please, please invite people. So just really would love to have folks, new folks coming on board, but Mike always makes that process go as smoothly as possible. So Mike, thank you so much. And of course, it's not just that. Mike also manages the foundation, the Escondido Rotary Foundation's monies. So we appreciate that. And then vocational service, Larry Trotner has done a fabulous job of taking that on this year. And we really, really appreciate Larry's service on the vocational service. So here's to Larry. And last but not least, youth service was Laura Stees. And Laura has, despite how busy she gets during tax season, somehow she manages to still carry the ball forward and take care of our youth. So we really, really appreciate Laura's hard work as well. So thank you to Laura. And there are so many others who made this club work this year who were not on the board, that I just think a general thank you to everyone is very much in order. So it has been an honor for me to serve as your president this year. It's been a joyful year, honestly, even with our challenges. I don't know who stole the gavel at the last in-person meeting that we had, but whoever it is, give it to Andy. And I can't believe I went that far without it getting stolen.
You lost it the first day.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I stole it from you.
Oh,
but I didn't know.
Yes, you did. You lost it.
Oh, well, anyway, who knew? I didn't even know it. Anyway, so I just really am so grateful to all of you for everything. So we have a new board to be installed. So Andy, do you want to call out your new board? We have many of the same people who are staying on. Or Christine, do you have those names?
yeah, it's a part of the
Perfect.
demotion installations. We can do them.
Perfect. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right, thank you,
Wait a
President.
minute, Christine. Christine, wait one moment. We have an intro. We have an intro.
Oh.
Well, if I can get this done. Oh, you wanted to do the fun song first.
Did I?
Yes, to honor Jan.
All right. Yes. Yeah. Jan, we have a little fun song for you. If you can put up the words, Andrew, everybody should join along. It's to the tune of the Howdy song. Jan Jones, we're glad to have you here. Jan Jones, our president this year. Relax, your year has ended with money still left in our bank account. Jan Jones, a year of pride. Jan Jones, great leader of our men. Meeting twice each week now. No need to put on your pants to attend.
Nobody stand up.
Your leadership is well, even with a Rotary gal. Have time to call for tough leaders, and you handle COVID-19 well. And your approaches and your president relax until tomorrow when your year starts to be a blast.
Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we have a brief intro before the changing the guard.
Who's them? I've got a plan how to get in there. Fine. He's got a plan. And you're going to lead us. Yeah. Me? Yes, you. I gotta get around there. That's right. All right. I'll go in there for Dorothy. Wicked witch or no wicked witch. Gods and no gods, I'll tear them apart. I may not come out alive, but I'm going in there. There's only one thing I want you fellas to do. What's that? Talk me out of it.
No, you don't.
No, wait a minute.
I've got another idea.
Do you think it'll be polite dropping in like this? Come on.
Perfect. As past district governor, I can attest to the fact that every Rotary Club is different. We have our own culture, traditions, mix of members that make us unique. In Escondido, we have strong, long-standing traditions, but we encourage new ideas as well as we change to adjust to a new reality. One of our strengths is the number of past presidents that we still have as active members, and soon Jan will be joining their ranks. This week, Rotary clubs all over the world are celebrating their accomplishments and successes and conducting some kind of changing of the guard. Although our celebration of the Rotary year 2019-2020 will be waiting for the time when we can once again meet as friends and colleagues, today we demote Jan and her team and install Andrew and his team. Rotarians, these are the 14 that have served on the board of directors this year, and we thank them for their service. It's one thing to be a Rotary Club member and quite another to be a Rotary Club leader. Many of them put in countless hours outside of the California Center for the Arts, and it's important today that we let them know their work is appreciated. President Jan went through the names: Andrew, Vaughn, Laura, Bill, Ron, Ione, Erica, Joe, Mike, Larry, Colleen, Paul, and Christine. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your right hand. No, we're not swearing in or anything, so there's no real reason for that. I just wanted to see how many of you follow directions. Rotarians, we thank you for your service, for your commitment to the Rotary Club of Escondido, and as of tonight at midnight, you are officially relieved of your duties, unless, of course, you are training your successor or have accepted that job for another year. Thank you to the board of directors, and you are officially demoted. Oops. It's all blank on my screen.
It's just you. We're looking at you.
Well, then I guess you can just hear this next little part then, because I don't know how to get back. All right, these are the folks that are going to be joining Andrew as leaders of the club this next year. Vaughn North, Roy Henderson, Ione Rumery, Laura Stees, Alex Keegan, Erica Schwarm, Larry Trotner, Jan Jones, Colleen McKinnon, Ron Smith, Bill Smith, Charito Rickenbacker, Colleen McKinnon, and Mike Freet. Can you come up to the stage, please? I mean, wait a minute, stand by and just pay attention where you are. The start of a Rotary year brings the opportunity for excitement at what the future holds, the preservation of certain traditions, setting and working towards common goals, engaging our community, helping those less forward, and change. Especially in this time of the pandemic, there will be changes, and Rotary clubs around the world are adjusting to a new normal. Escondido Rotary has challenges ahead, but we can meet them if we support one another and be open to new ways of connecting, operating, and growing. Will those that I've mentioned that are serving on the board next year, please raise their hand? For real this time.
Oh, fine.
I solemnly swear to uphold
I solemnly swear to uphold
the bylaws and constitution of the club,
the bylaws and constitution of the club,
to answer the call to service when approached,
to answer the call to service when approached,
to work with others in the successful completion of our goals,
to work with others in the successful completion of our goals,
to attend meetings and board meetings with appropriate enthusiasm.
to attend meetings and board meetings with appropriate enthusiasm.
Therefore, as the past district governor, I hereby announce that you are all installed as the 2020-2021 Board of Directors of the Escondido Rotary Club. Congratulations.
Oh boy. Hey, thank you.
Welcome.
Well, that's it. We are it. This was the meeting for today.
I got two couple things real quick, and I promise it won't take long. Okay. I do want to say with the entire club here, thank you, Jan. You've been an amazing, amazing president and an amazing mentor. I'm really not terrified because of how well you have trained me to do this.
Oh,
and I thank you very, very much. This is our banner for next year.
Yay.
I will try and hang it on my wall so that you can see it every week since Aussie and Ron won't be there to put it up for us.
I know.
And every board member, here you go. I'm handing you your.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Good job, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you to the incoming board. You guys are we're gonna have some challenges. And thank you very much for taking this on. Of course, you didn't know we were gonna be doing this when you came in, but good job. And then I'll shut up now, and I have one last outgoing thing for the new board. Whoop.
Cute. All right. Great. We cannot live only for ourselves. 1,000 fibers connect us with our fellow men. Thought for the week. Everybody have a great week. Thank you again. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. And I look forward to next year. I think it'll be a great year. Challenging, but great. All right.
Very good.
And Jan, there's a problem with your pension.
Huh?
There's a problem with your pension.
Yeah, there is none. Oh, well.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Drew and Jan.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Jan.
Bye.
Yes,
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jan.
Jan. Jan, we love you.
Love you
Thank
too. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jan.
See you next week.
Yep, that's right.
It's not letting me hit leave meeting. It's forcing me to stay with you guys.
Oh, man.
How can we talk about you?
Hey, good
Right?
job, Andy.
I'm not going to say it was intentional, Jade, but
I mean, no, literally, my leave button is grayed out. What
Uh-oh.
did you do to me, Andy?
I just said, no, she's going to join the board next year.
See, you planned this. I knew there was some kind of plan.
I did. Do you want me to turn you off?
Did you do something? Because now it just turned red.
No, I didn't.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, congratulations. See you next week.
See you next week. Be good.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye. All right. I'm going to mute myself. If anyone wants to chat, there